Now, I've always been the biggest fan using deodorant in my lower quarters, purse, pocketbook, all of that. I'm gonna give you a quick disclaimer instead of waiting to the middle of the video. Look, I'm working on trying to do better here in case I tend to use some medical terms when it comes to our ladies' parts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Summer's Eve Ultimate Odor Protection Whole Body Deodorant. This is giving messages, marketing claims of, it says it gives all day odor control. So we find that this is aluminum free, pH, is it pH balance? It's fresh scent, but the way it's packaged, if it looks familiar to y'all, in case y'all been seeing this going down the feminine hygiene aisles, the color scheme at least kind of gives off the Summer's Eve fragrance free collection, where it has a feminine wash equivalent, feminine wipe equivalent, and a feminine deodorant spray equivalent. They just released it all fragrance free like that. Always has something like that where it's fragrance free. So it's like they neck and neck always in Summer's Eve. Right now we're talking about Summer's Eve, so that's besides the point. Just wanted to point that out in case any of the packaging here looks familiar. So this is whole body deodorant for intimate area, pits, and beyond. I think this is Summer's Eve's way of stepping into the whole body deodorant game. Y'all remember any of that at the beginning of what last year with Secret, Dove, and I think another brand, couple other brands, is it Lume or Lume? They started this with the whole body deodorant. Then followed Dove, Secret, and all these other places. I think Native too has whole body deodorant. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if I'm wrong on Native, but I know that Dove and Secret definitely have whole body deodorants, and I did videos on the both of those collections. So to see it from Summer's Eve is freaking incredible. Now this isn't the only scent. There is a fresh scent here. Then there is Simply Sensitive in pink packaging, and I wonder what each of these smell like, because one said if this is fresh scent, I'm wondering that maybe even though it's packaged like the fragrance free wash, wipes, and spray, if this nut smells nothing like it, it's probably the furthest thing in my guess from being fragrance free. And then the Simply Sensitive is probably the pink one that you're seeing. You're going to see all three of these on rotation. These are probably more than likely the Simply Sensitive. The pink one is probably the one that's probably fragrance free. So it's a little mix up with the color schemes versus what the product's intended to do. Well, versus what the product smells like. Correcting myself here. And then it also comes in the scent of, I see 3 varieties only, a Blissful Escape. Now that name sounds familiar because Summer's Eve has a feminine wash counterpart equivalent in the exact scent, Blissful Escape. So you could pair that together if you want to. Wash her down below, wash your pocketbook, wash your purse, and then get the whole body deodorant and put it in the inner crevices of the inner thighs, you know, wherever you sweat, because summer is coming and it ain't nice to nobody, baby. You got to be prepared. Now me, before this whole body deodorant craze came along, I was using clinical deodorant or regular deodorant first, and I would put it in it, okay, inner thighs, and you good to go, and put on the panty line, you good. Nowadays the heat is different. I do not know why. I do not know the meaning of that. But this heat these days is definitely different than the heat of years past, 10 or more years ago. The heat is different. It's very different. You don't want that smoke, or should I say you don't want that heat. You don't. So for to come in these 3 varieties of fresh scent, Simply Sensitive, and Blissful Escape, and for one of those, especially the Blissful Escape, to be one of which has a feminine wash counterpart. I wish that the other 2, the fresh scent and the Simply Sensitive, also had feminine wash counterparts, and also had feminine deodorant spray counterparts, and also had feminine wipe counterparts. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because just like the body care products have the same scent in different formulas. They have a liquid fragrance mist. They have a body butter. MacLeod is doing this. They're slowly compounding upon creating whole sets based off of their most popular scents and some of the new ones. I'd like to see that in the feminine hygiene spirit, because Summer's Eve been in the game a long time, very long time. So much so that I know they used to have Summer's Eve, the nighttime cleansing, the nighttime collection, the feminine wash used to be dark purple. So when they started when I started back buying it and it said dye free, it's turned to be lighter, and I wondered would that take away from the effectiveness of it. It doesn't. You just have to be careful with reading the ingredients of the former bottle, and then they rebrand. And if you're still going to commit yourself to buying it, still you need to commit yourself also to reading the labels so that we can get familiar with, okay, this particular ingredient wasn't in the old one, but this particular ingredient was in the old one, but now it's not in the new one. They're taking stuff out, they're arranging stuff, they're putting stuff in. You need to get used to that, and I'm going to promote that. Look up this stuff. I just want to see this with the feminine hygiene spirit, because we have everything in feminine. I'm not talking about body care right now. We're talking about feminine hygiene alone. We now have whole body deodorant. Now we looking at you, Vagisil. We looking at you, FDS. I still don't quite know what that stands for. We're looking at you, all the other feminine hygiene brands that strictly come out with feminine hygiene products. It used to be feminine wash, then the feminine deodorant spray, and then that was it. The bar soaps, I'd like to see more of those, because we already got the spray, the wipe, and the wash. Now we got whole body deodorant, and we need to bring into the game bar soap, because sometimes you want to bathe her in a bar soap versus liquid. Do you know how fast you go through feminine hygiene wash like that, the liquid? I'd rather a bar soap, because then it's like it's more personal, and it's like, hey, this is my bar soap. It kind of in a way pushes you to be more creative to make the product stretch, and I feel like you really will get your coins worth. Hello, I like what you're doing. Now we got whole body deodorant from a feminine hygiene brand. I'm not saying that the box y'all in, but I like to see that you're coming out of the box that you're in Summer's Eve. I love to see innovation in a brand. This isn't sponsored, it's just something that I saw. Whole body deodorant for down below. Now the others from Secret and Dove, I believe, are also advised on the packaging. I think they say that it's safe to use down there. But in case you're still skeptical, even though it may say it on that packaging, let me know in the comments. This is something you can use around her, on her. Where the good Lord split you, your butt crack. You could use it there. I still wouldn't put it in nothing. Y'all know what I mean. Don't put it in nothing. Stay on the outside. Don't put it in nothing. That's it. Don't put nothing in nothing. Stay on the outside. Even with these whole body deodorants from Summer's Eve, which is a feminine hygiene brand. You don't want to wind up having that conversation with Doc. Hey Doc, I got a rash. I have a minor irritation I need to talk to you about. And here's Doc. What do you mean minor irritation? I think we need to talk about what products you're actively using. Do you have a list? Sure, it's up to you. Dramatization over. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking, nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,